You know, I'm happy with the way I look. If I had to get something, it'd probably be calf implants.
Calf implants?
Because, all right.
Are yours not big enough for you?
What?
Yeah, well, because I lost a bunch of weight in high school,
Okay.
and everything, you know, my body
Shrunk?
transformed.
Yeah.
Yes, except for your calves?
And no. And that's like where I swear I lost all my weight in my legs. So like trying to build it back up, can't
Go
do
to the
it.
gym, Brian.
I
Put in
go
some
to the
extra weight on
gym.
those
You
calf
both
raise
have seen me at the
machines.
gym.
I have
try
seen
my
you at the
best.
gym.
Yeah.
Brian is the best person to see at the gym.
I don't
always
know why,
smiling.
but yeah. So.
Have you ever seen the
Anyhow.
show
Oh, goodness.
Botched? There's a
Oh,
TV
about plastic
show
surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
called Botched, and it's really interesting to watch, and because of that show, I will probably never get plastic surgery because it's all the plastic surgery
kinda
gone
scares you.
wrong, and these two surgeons try to fix it, and it's just, it's awful. Some of the things that have happened to these people.
Doesn't appeal to
I
me.
hope you are better off than Brian and happy with your calves out there because I haven't heard of too many plastic surgeons who deal with
Just
calf
about to think of
muscles.
something, you know.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, like technology these days, I'm sure they can do it.
Yeah, I don't want to know what they all can do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we've got a few things coming our way in the forecast, so we'll dive right in. First thing arrives tomorrow, and then we've got a series of storms that kind of want to set up for the weekend, bringing just little waves, brief little periods of winter weather through the state. So it could get active as we continue over the next several days. We kind of were cold, but on the drier side the last few. So this first storm system moves into play for us mostly tomorrow. Might see a few leading edge snow showers today. This is going to bring snow to the mountains, relatively light amounts, and also some light snow to the lower valleys. So yes, we could be talking about some accumulation as early as Thursday. Then our next series of storms sets up for the weekend. I'm kind of eyeing something Saturday into early Sunday, then at some point on Monday, possibly into early Tuesday too. But this far out, the timing on all this stuff is going to change. But what you're noticing here is that northwest flow delivering this colder air and the winter weather out of the Gulf of Alaska down along that British Columbia coastline. So this is kind of the track that those typical winter storms like to take into our region. And this is what we see setting up this weekend into early next week. We'll get you going this morning with the satellite and radar. We did have a wet, active day over in Portland yesterday. Tons of snow in that region. Things are lightening up now, seeing a little bit of snow there in northeast Oregon, but really kind of fading away this morning as we get closer to sunrise. Watching clear skies developing in southwest Idaho, but I think we could see periods with cloud cover out there this morning. So kind of a mixed bag depending on where you live. Worst case scenario, we start to see a few isolated snow showers developing in southeast Oregon into the western edge of the state, but I think at this point everything has been so isolated, I'd be surprised if we see much at all. Up to an inch of snow locally in any areas that get some snow today. The mountains up near McCall, though, could see 1 to 3 if any of this holds through. So otherwise, in our cards today, chilly temps, but hey, we're better off than yesterday at least, right? 34 is our daytime high, or I'm sorry, 35 is the daytime high in Boise, but we'll be up to 34 about that 3 p.m. hour. So if you're out and about in the middle of the afternoon, that's about as warm as it's going to get. Again, more clouds than sunshine, but we should see the sun peeking through at some points. Wind chill values this morning down into the teens again, and then we're up into the upper 20s this afternoon. So slowly gaining some ground back in the temperature department and not seeing as much of an impact from those wind chills. Still, though, could feel like the upper 20s this afternoon. That next weather maker again coming in for us tomorrow morning. It looks to be a relatively quick storm, bringing light to moderate snowfall to the region, not lasting more than a day, though I think a lot of it moves in the morning and then it zips on by the afternoon or early evening. The best impact for this, though, is going to be slick and icy roads. The timing of it does look to be right during that morning commute, or at least when things are onset. So snow could be falling on the roads. There could be slick, icy spots because whatever falls does have a chance to stick to the roads because it's been so cold around here. So overall, about an inch possible for most areas in the valley. I'll throw that 1 to 2 inch ballpark in there because we know some of those hardest hit areas can see usually a little bit more. But overall, the trend you'll get here is that we're going to see the best chance for this wet weather in the morning. Things tapering off a little more, I'd say, as we get into the middle part of the afternoon. But around the time of that commute, that morning drive, even into the lunch hour, still could be dealing with some snow showers. So we'll time you through it really quickly on the Futurecast. Up in the mountains today, light snowfall, kind of scattered snow flurries, but could accumulate to 1 to 2, if not 3 inches up there. A lot of this looks to squeeze in and around or outside around the Treasure Valley. So we'll be watching for tomorrow to be more of the impact there right around the time of that drive. Light to moderate snowfall looks to kind of be right smack over the top of us as we continue through the morning and into the first part of the afternoon. Even by 2:30, 3 o'clock, some models hinting we could still be dealing with some snow showers. So it might look a little more like winter out there tomorrow. It's definitely felt like it these last few days. Now we might add in that other element for tomorrow. 1 to 3 inches in the mountains for your Thursday snow totals, and then as we get into the valley, valleys, we could see maybe 1 to 2 inches. Nothing major, not a monster storm system, but when you couple that with what I think we've got coming this weekend, especially in the mountains, we could see moderate snow on Saturday and then continuing into early next week. Things just look unsettled. Highs should climb back into the 40s. If these storms come in packing a little more of a punch, we might see our temperatures sticking in the upper 30s. But overall, drier Friday, and then this weekend, really just going to be watching for intermittent little bands of snow. So we'll keep you posted on how it could impact your weekend plans. But for now, it's tomorrow morning's commute that I think we have the biggest concern for.
Okay, we'll be watching and waiting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denny. As